What is going on, citizens? Citizen Grim back with another video. I guess we're kind of back from the dead now that 3.23 is out. Well, 3.23.1 is out. A lot of people have been asking me about reclaimers and things and asking, hey, is this still a thing? Can we still make mega bucks? Well, the short answer is no, but also kind of yes.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to spread it out a little bit. So what I'm going to show you today is how to do some solo reclaimer operations. You can make, you know, 350 to 380,000 a day, and then you move on and you try some of the other game loops. Okay, so stick around. Make sure if you like what I did with the video that you like and subscribe. Leave a channel comment down below. It helps with engagement, and if you have any questions, you can leave those down below as well. Strap in. Alright guys, so like I mentioned when I was back on the surface of the planet there are some tricks to this, and in order to make money, you shouldn't be spending any money. So the way I approach this is I go in here, I go to contracts, go to unverified, look for salvage, scroll down through the bullshit ones, and you'll see this one down here. So they pay you 20K. Now, while a Cutlass Black isn't the greatest, you literally have to take what you can get here. And it seems like they only do it a couple offers per day per server to prevent people from getting, I think they said one person got like 4 billion or something like that. So sometimes you'll get hammerheads, which will be 30K. Sometimes you'll get Starfarers, which will also be 30K. And then sometimes you'll only get 20K missions like this Drake Cutlass Black. But like I said, take what you can get. So we're going to fly on over there. And we're going to make sure we got Quantum Master mode spooled up. So it's over by Yellow. What I like to do on these missions, by the way, you'll see in my power triangle right down there on the bottom left hand side, I've got shields dialed up to 100%. As I'm running around, whether I'm in the claw chair or I'm down in salvage processing or whatever, it allows the shields to kind of absorb some of the damage while I listen, because you never know who's going to decide to jump you for whatever reason and really mess up your day. Looks like we're going to have to leap around the side of the planet using the orbital markers. No problem.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Also, so you know, a full hold of 240 SCU or whatever it is of construction materials that go in the internal hopper on board this ship is worth about 325 to 340,000 ish. So a hammerhead will fill that, a Starfarer will fill it, a Cutlass Black will not. So you have to basically do this one plus a couple others, or if you get this one plus one big one afterwards, you can. Looks like there's someone else here too. You can get that 240 and then turn them into boxes, stack them, and then go back to Orison or wherever your chosen base of operations is and sell this stuff. You do have to be in SCM guns mode. Oh yeah, that's not good. I've forgotten how big this baby is. Once she gets up to speed, slowing down is not an option. I know that's what she said, right? Let's turn the lights on here. There we go. A couple of changes they've made. It seems like when you actually fracture the hull, the explosion, for lack of a better term, is a little bit more than what it was before, so the pieces separate much further, which means sometimes you gotta play hot seat and maneuver between the two different chairs so that you can get all the goods. So I'm lined up within 50 meters of the target. I'm in SCM guns. I jump out. We jump into the claw seat. Since we're in SCM guns, all I have to do is go over and, you know, this invisible floating power button here. Power it up, the arm will deploy. Take a look around, because radar is not there. And we can now just start fracturing. It doesn't take long to fracture, and once that fractures, we'll switch right away to disintegration before the parts get too far apart from each other. You'll see here the yield says 15.1 SCU. We'll see what that actually works out to be by the time we're done getting everything. That one piece right in front disintegrated pretty quickly. And we've got a total of 19.7. I don't know if I had any left over in the hopper from previous ops. This one takes a little bit longer, but honestly, jumping out of the chair and then jumping back in takes time too. So we got 24.1, right? All right, so that's good enough for now. Let's go take a look at what other options we have before we jump into the pilot seat. Come on. There you go. Contracts, offers, unverified, and nothing else has popped up yet. That's unfortunate. Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't, but I will still leave this area because NPCs can spawn and start attacking you. So what I like to do is go back into Quantum Master Modes. We'll see what's around us here that we can fly to. So that's yellow. That should be Crusader. Yeah, we can fly partway back to the comm array.
Quantum travel initiated.
And I'm kind of midway between the planets now, right? So now I turn my engines off.
Engines offline.
And I do that to kind of reduce my signature a little bit, but I want to keep the power on to keep my shields up in case a privateer happens along. And what I like to do now is, I'll only really be able to create one 16 SCU box out of this, but it empties the hopper out and also allows those unverified missions to potentially refill a little bit. Like hopefully we'll get another offer for something bigger. We do have a lot of haze and smoke in here. I haven't turned that off, and I'm actually not using reshade. One of the cool things that they've done here is now if you hold the key, you can actually select where you want to go to, which before you kind of had to click it and the mouse click it and all the rest of it. I actually think the wheel is a great idea. Oh, something else you may not be familiar with. They've got these arms in here now. So when you open all exterior doors, anything that's potentially down in there, you can jettison out the back, which is kind of cool if you're, doing stuff on a planet surface, or even if someone else is going to pull stuff in to their ship for you. There we go. One box coming up. I have noticed a little bit of a bug. The cargo grid works the first time, and then once you have put all the boxes on the grid and then gone and sold it, things don't snap to it anymore. I'm not sure whether that's by design or a potential bug, but we will let CIG sort that out. See what I mean? Normally things would snap to there, but they don't anymore. All right. So we've emptied the hopper out a little bit, which means we can get more stuff in here. So we'll accept the hammerhead cleanup. And this one will fill things up. So you got to be ready for that. As you can see, I haven't even left the area here. I was busy checking the Hadean Interstellar Discord, which if you're looking for an organization with an industrial organization with a military mindset, check out Hadean Interstellar. The link will be in the description below. All right, back to it. So we go up to the habitation deck because that's how we run across. Whoa, 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 whoa. Apparently I spun around too quickly. You know, when you're on board this ship, you really start to appreciate the hours that you put in on the mole, because running up and down that thing is nothing compared to all the running around you got to do here when you're a solo operator. But if you've got a good organization, typically we got one guy running the claw and the pilot chairs, and then you got one guy processing in the back. And that seems to work out pretty well, especially because, you know, these missions typically only take about half an hour now, because you really only get the 2 offerings, right? Sometimes more, but I would count on 2 per day per server.
Engines online.
All right, let's get those engines powered back on. We're going to go back into quantum. Come on, Bertha, let's go. Actually, it's not Bertha. I believe one of my org mates named it the Manitoba Moose. Don't ask. So we're headed to Yella.
Quantum travel initiated.
And we may have to bounce around. No, it doesn't look like it. We'll be able to go right back out to the asteroid belt.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
All right, let's see if we can make this approach a little bit more graceful than the last one, shall we? Okay, so the objective is here somewhere. Let's, there it is. How far away? About 6, maybe? 6.5? 7. All right, we'll start heading over there. Because of the size of this thing and objects in motion, yada da da da, I do not point straight at objects, because if I don't slow down in time, I'm likely to plow through that. Switch to SCM guns, which helps slow you down a fair bit. Another trick to really slowing down is if you have precision mode enabled, you can drop your landing gear and it will drop you right to 30 meters per second, which is a very significant slowdown. Make sure my lights are on. I believe they are. Yeah, they are. And this one will fill the hold, fill the hopper. I think there's only 6 or 8 SCU left, but this sucker will fill it up, and then we'll go build boxes in a safe place, that is. I always get into my 50-meter range, or as close to it as I can. Good enough. We're in SCM guns. Do our little musical chair thing here. The claw should automatically, automatically deploy because we already powered up the seat. So then we go right to fracture. Now this one takes a little bit longer, and depending on how the parts blow apart, we'll probably have to do a reposition on this one. If you come across other ships that are player ships that you want to try and salvage, if you have the green outline like you see here, then you can salvage the ship. But if you don't, if there's a red outline around it, I think they've got their shields up or something like that, maybe soft deathed, and that typically you don't get to salvage. If I'm wrong about that, please someone feel free to correct me in the comments below. So let's see what all we're actually getting here, because yeah, it looks like we're only getting the middle part. We're unfortunately going to have to do a fair bit of repositioning here. It is what it is.
2,000 years later.
Since we're still in a trespassing area, now what I do is I egress out of the area of operation here. I go halfway between the planets like I did before. We're just gonna find our way out of here. Let's see if we can get elsewhere, which is a little bit further away from the moon. Let's see what we got around us. Anything? All right, let's head to Crusader.
Quantum travel initiated.
Since we're halfway there, we come out of Quantum.
Engines
Turn the engines off, but leave those shields. Oh. I need to switch to SCM guns before I actually go downstairs. The reason for that is because right now I don't have any shields. If you're not familiar with Star Citizen yet, the 323 and master modes and all that kind of stuff introduced, you know, if you're in Quantum, no shields. If you're in guns, shields, but no Quantum. Alright, so the shields are operational. We can go downstairs, build boxes. You know, the days of stacking 90 boxes in your salvage processing area, that is pretty well gone, unless you're following behind someone who's doing bounty missions or stuff like that. But as a solo op, you literally just throw the boxes wherever. It doesn't have to be nice and neat. You're not going to get a ton of boxes anyway. I don't know why I was facing that wall. You're not going to get a ton of boxes anyway, like back in the day, so throw it and go. Just to be more efficient as a solo operator down here, I set this to 16 and I start the eject. You'll see auto eject is already on. I wait a little bit before I go trigger the other one so that both boxes aren't coming out at the same time. Alright, now we should be good. Okay, one of the things I did want to point out, we just landed. I had a slight hiccup on the hangar door there. But fuel is not cheap in this thing, especially anymore. So just that little bit of running around, 5,800. Keep that in mind when you're out there trawling around with this thing. This is also why I shut the engines down while I'm building boxes and all that other kind of stuff. Saves fuel and also lowers your signature.
All right, citizens, we're here. We are at Providence platform on Orison, and we're about to check out the value of the construction materials that we brought back. So we select our location, and we go 16 units of construction materials, max it out, boom, 389,700. That is essentially what you get, plus the 30,000 for the hammerhead and the 20,000 for the cutlass black. So all in all, you make just over 400,000 in like an hour solo. The days of making, you know, 8 to 10 million on a solo reclaimer run are probably gone, but this is still pretty good guaranteed income. It's quick, it's easy, you can do it by yourself, and then you can move on to other things. And there you have it, folks. That is what salvaging in the Reclaimer looks like solo these days. If you guys are looking for that industrial organization with that military mindset, check out Hadean Interstellar. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We're back, sort of, posting every once in a while now that 323.1 is out, with 323.2 expected, according to Board Gamer, sometime in the first little bit of June. Yeah, there you have it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.